loves, welcome back to my channel. So we're finally here. Y'all wanted an updated plucking routine. I delivered. So let's just get into this video. First of all, you always want to start off with a part straight across your frontal because you never want to pluck the hairline in the beginning. You'll see why I did it at the end, but in the beginning you really don't want to do that because you're going to get tweezer happy and you're going to wind up with a bald spot. Trust me, just listen to me, thank me later, okay? So first of all, you see how dense, did I say dense? Oh my goodness. Do you see how thick the density is in the front of that frontal? We never want that. And a lot of people feel like they either too lazy to pluck or they barely pluck and y'all just try to add baby hairs over it and then it just looks a hot mess, like a hot mess. So plucking is very, very, very important for a natural install, and I'll make sure to show you guys the final product in the end as well. So first of all, I just finished bleaching and toning this frontal. That's why it's wet. And I personally feel like plucking your frontal while it's wet is the best. I just feel like it helps for an easier process, and it does take a while to really thoroughly pluck your frontal. So you really want to make it as easy for yourself as possible. Now, with the tweezers that I have, I got these from the beauty supply store. I think there was about probably like $2, but you really want to invest in some good tweezers because I feel like that'll make a big difference. Not only will it save like a lot of time, but it'll help you be more precise because you want to make sure you really get it as natural as possible. You really don't want any bald spots. However, being that the tweezer that I have is really good, you have to be careful because the tip is so fine and so pointy that being that I'm working on this surface right here, which is like a countertop, it's so easy for me to put a hole in my lace, which I've done before and I literally almost died. So you want to be very careful and very light-handed, and you want to be patient. Also, when plucking your frontal, you don't want to keep going from this side to that side, this side to that side. So you always want to make sure you work in one section and then you could go back and forth from there. But make sure you take it section by section. Also, I'm just telling you guys everything that I've learned, literally, because there's so much to plucking. Honestly, it's really not that complicated, but you have to know certain things to get it a certain way, if you understand what I'm saying. So you see how that looks? First of all, I think that that's barely plucked. When I look on the counter and like when I'm right in the moment, I was thinking like maybe I didn't pluck it enough. Maybe I need to pluck it some more. Do not be fooled. Just because you see it like this, when you put it on your head and when you put it on your mannequin head or whatever the case may be, it's gonna stretch and it's gonna look way better. I have a habit of plucking so much that I don't know that I plucked enough, and it winds up being too much sometimes. So you want to know when it's just the right amount to keep plucking, or you want to know when it's like, okay, I need to stop, it's about to be very baldish. We really don't want to do that. Okay, so back to what I was saying, you want to be very light-handed and very careful, and you can check under your lace from time to time. You also can use like maybe a towel or some type of cloth material maybe to put under your lace. I would prefer you to use the opposite color of the color wheel. Hopefully I wasn't trying to sound too like smart just now. I probably sound so dumb, oh my god. But I use, when I'm plucking a black frontal 1B, I like to use a white surface, and when it's opposite, I like to use a black surface, only because it's easier for me to see what I'm doing and you could trace your work. This also helps to not over pluck your frontal. Very important. You also want to clean up your work as you go, because you may think somewhere is like really dense when you probably just have to comb it out of your way and then get a fresh start, which is what I did here. So that is very important. So now that I'm finished with that section, I'm going to move on to the next section. And y'all, I'm not going to lie, this is a workout. Like, my wrists are so ballic. One pluck and I could put a hole in your nose. Like, I'm so serious with y'all. Like, this is a workout. I swear, sometimes I got to get up and be like, oh, okay. Like, this is a lot. But it's very much worth it, I promise you. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk your heads over, but I really wanted to point out those main points so y'all can really understand what I'm talking about. So just watch me pluck and I'll be back. this is the final product. I just wanted to show you guys how it looks when I finish plucking it, and it looks amazing. It looks freaking perfect. Now we're gonna move on to the next step, which is plucking at the front. This is optional, but I like to do this, and that's how much hair I got from plucking. Okay, so that's how it looks when it's regular on the mannequin head. As you can see, it looks very natural, and this is optional. You do not have to do this. Once again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. I just like to personally do this because I just like to make the hairline look just a little bit more customized. You never, just because you pluck, sometimes you can still see like that shape that the factory made it as, and you just don't. I mean, it's up to you. You can leave it like that, especially if you have baby hairs, but me personally, I like to just go in a little bit more. So as you can see, I'm literally taking like teeny random spots, and I'm just trying to completely wipe away that whole hairline effect that they try to give you. Just try to make it a little bit more natural. You see that? So just as natural as you want. Once again, this is optional. You don't have to do that. Now, being that this hairstyle is going to be a center part, I like to pluck the part, and I like to make everything look even and very proportionate. Like, don't get me wrong, I would recommend you to do this before you start plucking, so you know to avoid a certain spot, honestly, but I forgot. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, so I wound up not doing that. But if you didn't go plucking crazy, your hairline should still look fine and the part should still look fine. I see that I probably over plucked in the spot just a little bit right in the center there. You guys will see it better later, but it's okay. It still looks good. It still looks fine. But yeah, I'm just gonna pluck to frame the baby hairs and how I want everything to lay in the front. Once again, this is another optional step, but I just really want it to look flawless. Like, I want it to look a certain way, so I like to pluck in, you know, a little bit of certain spots. So guys, this is the final look. I'm not gonna lie, y'all about to watch like a whole minute of me just playing in my hair and just showing y'all the final look. I'm so sorry, but y'all can't tell me that don't look bomb. Don't say it and lie. Like, that looks good. I was so proud of the way this came out. The baby hairs look great. The hairline looks great. It doesn't look overplucked. It's like literally perfect. And I want you guys to know that it's not easy, and you do have to have patience and really take your time, because this has a very big effect. A very big effect on how your frontal will look. If it's too bald, one time I overplucked this curly frontal and it just looked a little crazy, but you know, practice makes perfect. So you really want to take your time And just remember that this will make or break your install. So be very, very, very careful. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys already know what to do. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you think. Any tips that you may want to give me. Any tips that I've given you that you've learned. And yeah, hopefully you like this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.